game. But, I mean, I did promise that I'd do a full day of eating before the bulk ended. And I already did one. So, it's a bright and early. Well, the clocks on the oven are still wrong. I haven't reset them. But it's bright and early noon on a Sunday. So, breakfast is going to be the remainder of this gallon of whole milk. I weighed it out. So, I've got it on the food scale right now. So, I weighed it out when it was, before I started drinking it, 960 grams. So, once I actually finish it, I'll take off the weight of the bottle itself, find out how much milk that was, and then, do some quick math. And then I've got a one of the 6-pack varieties of a Krispy Kreme. So a normal one, fucking jelly filled. You get the idea. So this will be, I'm not even sure how many fucking grams of carbs. At least 120 or so. All the information's on the back. So this is the breakfast, meal number 1. I'll add up all the macros. I'll keep a count either up here or up here somewhere. So this is how much protein it was. This is how many carbs, and this is how many fats. I don't think I'm going to do that extra animation sound every time, but it's kind of funny for the first one. But once I finish this, I'm going to take a little Pure Caf hostile caffeine capsule, because before I do cardio, and like, even though this is noon, this is still when I'm waking up, like this is morning for me. I always like doing caffeine. Like this would be the equivalent of, your morning coffee. And it's definitely going to make the cardio easy for you and just wake you up. But, I'll sit here for a couple more minutes, get these in, do the cardio, and then come back for whatever meal number 2 ends up being. I was at the gym for fucking ever. All I do is my 30 minutes of cardio, but classes haven't started yet. I'm not doing anything else. So that was just my fucking social hour. So I think I got there, I don't even know, maybe 1 or so. 30 minutes of cardio, but then fucking like 2 hours of chatting. So that's a pretty long time to go without eating if you want to eat like a fuck ton of food at once. So instead of just, eating nothing and waiting till I got back, I went up to the little like snack bar or whatever. I got like 3 little things of Minute Maid lemonade. So 70 grams of carbs each. I was kind of surprised. So that's another 210 carbs plugged into the stupid simple macro tracker. So I think I'll probably eat one more time before the lift. I'll kind of want all this to settle down, but I cooked up a half pound of flank steak. When I bought, so I've been doing ribeyes. When I bought this one, I meant to text my dad to ask him. He does some kind of fucking Mediterranean. What's the fucking word I'm even thinking of? Marinade, yeah. But my fucking phone was dead when I was in the grocery store, so I don't have any fucking ingredients. So salt and pepper, high heat, olive oil, flipped over probably every minute or two until it feels right. It's perfect. So I mean, if I cut into this fucker and it's like blood right on the inside, I'll just throw it back on. And then 2 packs of not just the cheap ass like Maruchan ramen, right? This is like the it's called Nissan Rao. And it's kind of fucked because it's like $3 each compared to like 25 cents for the Maruchan ramen. But, as opposed to just the protein, I want to get some fucking carbs in with my meals as well. So this will be probably about 50. I don't know. I'll look it up when I plug it in later. And then this is about 140-ish grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat. So I'll just fucking sit here for another 20 minutes, watch some TikToks, and then we can skip to what I'm gonna eat probably pre-workout. Or what? Do you want to sit here and watch me eat it? Maybe I'll get a little bit of mid-meal clips for you. With the protein, I mean, I'm not particularly concerned. Oh yeah, we're good. With timing, right now. Obviously, you want to hit your fucking gram per pound of body weight, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's kind of a bloody spot, but it doesn't really matter when you eat it. You're not going to feel full from eating fucking steak or protein. for me, the aspect of dieting that actually affects how I feel in the gym, which, you know, to an extent is a pretty big fucking aspect of eating, right? If you're lifting, then you're, you know, apart from just staying alive, I think that's a prerequisite for all of us, but you're eating for the results that the type of food and the amount of food that you're eating is going to give you. Now, pre-workout, and I'm talking like hours beforehand. If you eat like, you could eat 500 grams of carbs 30 minutes before you lift. They're not really going to do anything for you. If anything, you're probably just going to fucking feel sick. But at least, well, I'd say over the course of the day before my lift, you know, I think I'll probably lift in, I don't know, probably 8 or something. So I've got some time. I want to get in a bulking context at least half of the carbs that I'm going to eat throughout the whole day, just so I can be, you know, not just have the carbs in my system, but actually have digested them, sent them out to my fucking muscles. Because that's what happens. Your fucking muscles have like glycogen stores. So anytime you drink fucking, you know, a lemonade, you eat a bunch of Skittles, you eat some fucking rice or some bread, whatever, the carbs in a bulking context where you're eating in a surplus, right? For the most part, a good amount of them are going to get sent to your muscles. You're going to be nice and full and strong. You're going to get a fucking sick pump. Like, let's say I stop eating right now, and let's say I had no carbs from right now to 2 days from now. Let's say I did 2 days, zero carbs. I would still hit my protein, whatever. In those 2 days, my fucking muscles would shrink. They would literally fucking shrink because the carbs are what's keeping them full of fucking water and glycogen. So, I mean, when I jump onto the diet and I cut my calories from, you know, whatever they're at now, I think 5-ish thousand down to fucking 2,500, initially I'm going to drop like probably 6 or so pounds within like 3 days. Now, that weight is not real. You know, that's not 6 pounds of muscle. That's not 6 pounds of fat. That's just 6 pounds of intramuscular water and carbs, which is just kind of fluff weight. You know, when you're bulked up, like let's say I did my bulk, or let's go way back in time to January when I started the bulk. Instantly, I shot up from, you know, 230 to like 236, 238 in just like a week. I didn't gain it. You don't fucking gain 8 pounds of muscle in a week. That's not how this shit works. All that was carbs and water getting siphoned into my fucking muscles. Now, after a while of that, you know, once you're pretty much as full as you can be of carbs, that's when your weight will change from just that rapid spike, from going from a dieted phase to a bulk phase, to a slow increase steadily over time. And that's really what you want. Like, for me to gain weight, I have to be very consistent. Like, if I had a day, like when I went to the Arnold earlier in March, I did not fucking eat enough food. I was going from, you know, my 6,000 a day-ish, 5-ish thousand. The Arnold, I probably had fucking 1,500 just because I was walking around all day. We didn't prep any food. Really, I was just being irresponsible. But the next day, I literally dropped about 3 pounds, 3 or 4 pounds, just from one day of, you know, not being fucking full. And, you know, that's pretty much how drastic it is. So let's just scoop up some of this fucking, oh, holy fuck, it's hot. Well, oh, holy shit. All right, I gotta let this cool off a little longer. But let's cut to the next. There's fucking, I'll count it in the total, but there's a little bit of fat and carbs in the protein powder too. But I forget how much. But post-workout, the carbs are really what I'm after. The protein is just because as a lifter, you got to get your protein in throughout the day. So let's slam this mofo and get out of here. Yep. Is it weird that if you don't lick the lid, it's gonna fucking drip on you? I get comments that are like, "What the fuck are you licking the lid?" You're just making a mess if you don't. Come on. All right. So I know, I forget how many calories I'm at. I need to like add all this shit up and post tomorrow. Damn, yeah, I really do need a new fucking headlight. That sucks. But yeah. I'll I'll see what I'm at when I get home, and base the post-workout meal on that. Honestly, I'm kind of just going for fucking calories, you know? I wouldn't just fucking, you know, I'm not so crazy that you would just drink some fucking olive oil for calories. That's absurd. It's irresponsibly late because I have to wake up for an 8:30 and do, well, dude, I might even just do the cardio afterwards just so I can get some extra sleep. But I was kind of slacking on the protein today. I was gonna eat, so I got a ribeye too when I went to Kroger, but I got that before I left. So I moved into school, and then I went back home for a couple days. Classes haven't started yet, but it's brown, so I'm fucked. So a big protein shake for the end of the night. So 75 grams of the just the hostile protein powder, and then I got a fucking blueberry bagel with a shit ton of cream cheese on it. So 75 grams of protein-ish, a little bit of carbs and fats, 50 grams of carbs, and like I think it's pushing like 40 grams of fat in the cream cheese. This ended up being like a go-to breakfast for me back when I was in high school. I wasn't really like bulking, I was kind of just main gaining, but that was a pretty solid dent in my calories for the day. One in the morning, I just do plain bagel, ton of cream cheese, and like I couldn't even tell you how many little slices of salami. But that, I mean, dude, that one bagel could end up being like, well, 50 grams of protein. No, 50 grams of carbs, so 200. You could do, if you're really good about it, or if you make a thick one, you can have a fucking 700 calorie bagel right there. And it's fucking tiny. I don't know about salami with the fucking blueberry. That might be a little funky. And then at night, that's when I'll take my vitamins. I find it kind of weird. I get a lot of comments that are like, should I take my vitamins in the morning or when's the best time? I couldn't tell you. Even if there is a best time, I just fucking take it at night. So clearly you've seen the whole day's diet was not conventional in a fucking bodybuilding sense. You know, it wasn't like 3 meals of fucking chicken and rice pre-workout. But, you know, in my mind, I'm trying to hit my fucking macros. However the fuck you do it that worked for you, fuck man, it's perfect. But when I start dieting down, I would never eat this fucking bagel. I would never eat this. This bagel right here is sitting in front of me. It's fucking. Let me do the math again. So 200. It's 600 calories. If I've only got 2,500 calories throughout the day, I'm not going to eat anything this calorie dense. You know, I'm going to be eating like, you know, turkey sandwiches with just mustard, some lettuce, and then keto bread, so it's low carb. Or I'm going to be doing like a bunch of fucking ground beef with 0 sugar sweet baby rays. Oh my God. You know, it's perfect. I'll do fucking, well, I'll just show you when I diet, but it ends up being like pound of ground beef, like 95% lean, you know, cook it up, pour off the fat, whatever, and then mix that up with the 0 calorie baby rays with fat-free shredded cheese. Dude, that stuff is fucking, the macros are bananas with the shredded cheese because it's just like 9 grams of protein. Honestly, it's probably not like a complete protein. So when I plug into the fucking macro tracker, if I got like 20 grams of the fat-free cheese, which I don't even know, it's probably got all sorts of weird shit in it, but it tastes sick and, you know, 0 fat. But we'll get into that another day. So vitamins, I just take a night. I've got a whole little mix. Honestly, all you need is a fucking multivitamin. That should pretty much hit everything. I've got some extra calcium and magnesium and zinc in here. I've also got the Accutane taken with, you know, fats. That's good for you if you're doing that. I tell you what, if you go back fucking in the early videos, like days, you know, honestly, probably like 1 through 100, this wasn't really a bulk transformation. This was a skin transformation. Don't worry, I'm getting my blood tested. You know, Accutane has the potential to fuck you up. So that's definitely under dermatologist supervision. I couldn't imagine just doing one at once anymore. You know, I'm not a complete freak. I remember seeing this clip of like Juji Mufu doing handfuls of them. Yeah, it's just kind of for fun. But I mean, if you can't handle pills, I guess I'm sure some of you are probably like that. I think you guys are probably grown up so you can swallow a pill. Just get a fucking gummy vitamin. End of the day, you get a sweet little treat before you go to bed, and that's the end of it. So I'm gonna sit here, eat the bagel, drink this shake, take my fucking creatine. I do that at night too, and then I'm going to bed. We're done. So I'm probably not gonna do that many of these. Honestly, I mean, it's the same shit every day. You know, maybe I'll do one. Uh, well, at this rate, it's gonna be one every fucking year. But I'll definitely have to do one just to show the fucking contrast between the bulk diet and like the actual, you know, fat loss, calorie deficit diet. Because I mean, I really can't stress enough how different the fucking food looks. So, solid back pump. Did my cardio this morning. I know you probably didn't do it. For me, when I'm extra busy, like, you know, I'm gonna have an 8:30 tomorrow. Maybe I don't want to fucking ride my bike to the gym because I mean, for me, the rec center's like 2 blocks away. But yeah, maybe I don't want to fucking go there and then walk in and scan my card, walk up. I can just fucking jump on the seated bike that I got at home. It's not as fun though. I kind of like the ambiance of the gym. It's and I think I just probably like being in the gym in general. But that's it.